Welcome to Admire, the Art of Business, hosted by Admire Itai Myra, also known as Ziva. In these episodes, we intend to showcase the immigrant communities, people who are doing fantastic work in their varying areas of expertise, whether that be healthcare, big corporates, philanthropy, entertainment, some community work, and other sectors. We have many unique individuals doing incredible work out there in their respective communities. However, we don't hear much about their achievements. Therefore, it is time to shed light on their success stories. We want to bring them to the table, speak to them about their career progression from where they started to where they are now, discuss the challenges they faced and the strategies they employed to overcome them in order to showcase the great work of immigrants in Australia and beyond. Our goal is to inspire the youngsters and people who have personal goals, who may think that they don't possess what it takes to achieve those goals. However, after seeing someone else achieve, strive, and overcome on their way to success, they will believe it's possible for them. You can do it. All that you need is to focus, the attention, a little inspiration, and hard work goes a long way.
Viewers, welcome once again to Admire the Art of Business. Your host, Admire Itai Myra, known as Ziva as well. Today, amazing, we've got a lady called Gladys Kadzutu-Maseko. Gladys is a wife, a mother. She's got two beautiful daughters who are also go-getters, like their parents. Elder daughter is an all-rounder, currently doing medicine. The younger one, qualified dance teacher, also studying nursing. Gladys is currently the Zima president from 2021 up to 2023, and she was the Zima secretary from 2018 to 2021. Zima, which means Zimbabwe Association in Australia, New South Wales. Professionally, she's a general manager, residential services at MyCare Limited, and works interstate between Queensland, Victoria, and New South Wales. You can see the profiles going up and up. She has been in leadership roles in aged care for almost a decade. She's therefore an aged care expert. Board director in a properties organization. She's a mentor, leadership, management, and supporting individuals to become exceptional managers. You know what? Just being around aged care, she is an author. She is an author. She authored a book in aged care called The Journey of an Aching Heart Through a New Leaf. Great book. We'll talk about the book as well. Gladys, welcome.
Thank you, Admire. Thank you for having me.
That's a big bio in there. That's a big bio. That says a lot about you, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you want to be humble. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so who is Gladys? Who is Gladys Kadzuto-Maseko? Who are you?
I think you've said a little bit in your introduction, but I'm originally from Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, originally I'm from Chimanimani, but I was born and bred in Bulawayo. I did my schooling in Bulawayo, and then did my nursing, because I came here through skilled migration as a nurse, so I did my nursing in Bulawayo at United Bulawayo Hospitals, and then we later migrated with my family to Australia 2004. I mainly settled for aged care in Australia because of the fixed shifts, but I then grew to love it so much, and I'm quite passionate about older persons care.
Wow. I didn't know that you're from Chimaniman. That's very interesting.
I am. I'm Tambara.
So I'm going to be a masoko, That's good. All right. So your first nursing training, you did that in Bulawayo.
In Bulawayo at general nursing at United Bulawayo Hospitals.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I went on to do the psychiatric mental health nursing at Ingucheni Hospital in Bulawayo as well.
Okay. Yep. So psychiatric training, is it more like a specialization?
Yes, in mental health.
Okay.
Yes.
How long did that take for you to do that?
It was about 18 months.
18 months?
Yes, after the 3 years of nursing.
Yeah?
Yes.
Wow, that's great. Did that also help you in terms of migrating to Australia? doing that postgrad? It's more like postgrad, isn't it?
Oh, well, it did. I would say in aged care it did, because in aged care you have, you see lots of dementia, and you do have some mental health conditions, schizophrenia, schizoaffective. So I was quite familiar with that, because I had trained and also worked in that hospital.
Okay.
And we did also have sort of a geriatric ward. It was called Nandi ward. So it when I came over here, it sort of, I did realize that it did help me.
So that experience that you had in Zimbabwe was actually transferable coming to Australia?
It was transferable in in most of the things that I do. Even in my management, I really take it back to the training we had in Zimbabwe, because we had, in the general nurse training in Zimbabwe, the last big assessment that you do is a management assessment. And you sort of given a ward, given a time period to learn everything in and out, and then you get assessed on that. And so how to then manage and run everything, I always look back and say that was actually good, because it was easy. It prepared us. And I think most people, you'll find that most people are in management, be it in aged care, healthcare. Most Zimbabweans, and I always then take it back there. I did further studies later when I came here, when I was doing my master's degrees. But really, I think the first point was then.
Okay. You talk about master's degrees. How many of them did you do? I'm interested to know about that.
Not so many, just two. I did applied management in nursing, and I also did advanced nursing, and I specialized in older persons care.
All at master's level?
All at master's level, yes.
Wow. Okay. So in Zimbabwe, how long did you work in Zimbabwe before you migrated to Australia?
About 5.5 years.
5.5 years?
Yes. After qualifying?
Yeah.
About 5.5
That's when
years.
you came over, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. How did you feel in terms of when you came, your first job? How was it like?
I would say it was good, because I had a good welcome. So I came through Amity Aged Care, which later became Bupa.
Okay.
But I had a good welcome. And if you work with a good team, I think then it's easy to say it was. If you're happy at work, then it
makes a difference.
Yes.
Okay.
Good, yeah.
Oh, that's good. So, just out of interest, you came when you landed. When did you start the job? Did you take 2 days, 1 week, or what?
2 days.
2 days.
I landed, and then the next day I went to the tax office, and then so I landed today. Next morning I went to the next office. Then the next morning I was at work.
Already?
Yes.
What about jet lag?
Well.
Yeah, you had to deal with it, eh?
I did. I was sleeping a lot after work.
Yeah.
So it was obviously morning shifts to get the orientation and everything.
Yeah.
But I was sleeping a lot afterwards, and then eventually it was fine.
Yeah. Did you see yourself when you started doing your first job? Did you see yourself progressing? Did you see like, okay, the opportunities here?
I think when I came, I was still fairly young or junior in the industry, and I was always a motivated person. Always, even I've always wanted to, do better, make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
And obviously, you want to see yourself climbing up the ladder. Definitely. I knew I was still young, and I still had the energy. I was capable, so I was driven.
Okay. That's good. We can see that through your daughters as well. It looks like, right?
Oh, yeah. I was lucky to have daughters who also,
That's good.
They are go-getters. They also have got their own aims and goals, and as they grow step by step, achieving those goals, as a mother, you can support and keep encouraging. Be their cheerleader.
I know. But what kind of strategies you put in place in terms of supporting your daughters and balancing, your work as well?
It was quite important. So as I said, when we started, when I came, they were 4 and 1.
Yeah.
So we had to sort of swap taking care of them with my husband.
Yeah.
So aged care became the perfect workplace because of the fixed shifts. I took afternoon, night shifts.
Okay.
So that my husband can work during the day, and then I leave the kids at school or daycare. He picks them up, and life continued. There was no longer that support that we have back home. So it was that, you come in and you think, you start appreciating, oh my God. You appreciate everyone that was around you and supporting you. But we made it work that way. Then have them through school. Then later there was a time I had to do flexible work, as well as could be night shifts, could be working agents and doing consultancy, so that I could work with them. And then as they loved dancing as well, I had to be taking them to school. Dance schools, it was almost full-time as well. And then later, when my elder one was now doing her year 11, 12, that's when I decided to do my master's. I had to find a way of sort of encouraging her, and we sort of speaking the same language. We're staying up at night, late at night together, and I'm doing my assignments, and I'm, she's interested, Mom, how are you doing? And I'm interested, how are you doing?
With school.
Yes. So it was a beautiful journey because then I'll get her to look at some of my assessments and critique them. I'll look at her assessments and critique them. So it was an important and special part. And when I did well, it sort of, it made it easier for me to say, or challenge her to say, how could you get a credit? Where's the distinction? But I would do that because I knew she was capable. But we enjoyed the journey together.
Wow. Wow, that's quite interesting. All right, so when you came in Australia, now you're working as an RN, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So from there, how long did it take you to hope to the next level? Is there any training or education you did?
No, before I did any training, I did, so I came in 2004. And end of 2005, I was trained by the organization to become a pre-accreditation auditor.
Oh, okay.
So it was a big organization, and that's when I started my sort of traveling while I used at work. So traveling to their facilities regionally, interstate, 3 months before accreditation, do a gap analysis, and then give a report to say, let's fix ABC. By the time the accreditation happens, then you know everything has been fixed and they can pass. So I loved that aspect. That was 2005. By 2007, I was working as a care manager.
Already?
Yes. So,
Okay, let me take you back.
The transition was, it was quite smooth because whatever was being done here, we had done it. If you
back home,
the type of care, the care plans, we talk about person-centered care. We had it had been incorporated in our training and in what we were doing back home.
Okay.
So to just generate a care plan or there wasn't much that you would think, oh, how am I going to do this? And you would be supported with training for some of the things. So I think that's why.
Okay. You did the pre-accreditation audit course that you said in 2005.
It was an internal training. So we all went to head office, and then they had a trainer that came in. Then we were trained. There were quite a couple of people from different sites that came, and then we got the training. And then we're going out there to be doing the audits.
What's intriguing me is it's only 1 year after you go to Australia. Then from there, what was the things that that they saw in you to say, you know what, go around and do these things? 1 year down the line. To me, that's intriguing.
But I think I worked with good managers who, they're good managers. When you see potential in someone, you don't even look at how many years have they worked with you or their years of experience. And I think I am like that. You do not wait to say it has to be done by someone that is senior. When you see potential, you can tell that this person will be capable. With the right mentoring and the right support, they can do exceptional work for the organization. So,
2 years down the line, you're a care manager already.
I know.
How many people are you leading then?
I know.
Just plus or minus?
If it's I'm just trying to look at an organization with about 90 something residents, you'll be looking at plus or minus staff wise, then it will be plus or minus 100.
Okay.
Staff wise, yeah.
Okay. You have mentioned that you're also doing some consultancy work. Do you want to elaborate more on that?
So I did. So with having done
Excuse me.
that auditing sort of set me up well. It was easy for me to then work with in agents and supporting homes that would be needing support with compliance. So either they are preparing for accreditation, or they have failed their accreditation, or they have been sanctioned. And I also did the training for the funding instrument right at the onset when it was introduced, the previous one, ACFI, in 2008. And so I would either be doing help with the compliance for the accreditation standards, or support with the ACFI related optimizing the funding.
Okay. All right. So that's through the consultancy that you were doing. Then after that, you also had a couple of businesses running around, isn't it?
I did. So
you're doing too many things.
I know. So those were ways to sort of make it work and support the kids in the process. So during that time, what I did was I opened some hair salons.
Okay.
Because I went to a girls' boarding school, so already I knew the African, technique of doing hair, the braiding, the combos, and all those things.
Yourself? Okay.
Yes,
all right.
Yes. Yeah. So I decided I wanted to do it properly. And then during the day, after I dropped the kids, I would work there. Then I had a few ladies that I was working with. And then pick up the kids on time. And then with consultancy, the good thing that I was having then, it was flexible. And there was a time that I was just doing mainly night errand work, so would go weekend errands. But it enabled me I didn't just want to just sit and...
sit at home and just,
Yes. And then the times, flexibility with the times as well. And I take the kids for dancing, bring them back, but while doing something as a side hustle.
So for the hair salon, how long did you run it for?
It was from 2009 to 2015.
Oh, God.
And when I stopped, it was when I was going to do my master's. So much as I wanted to do that, I love my nursing and I'm quite passionate about it. I thought it's time, let me then do other, because I kept on saying I will do it. Initially I couldn't do it, it was expensive when I was a temporary resident. And then as a permanent resident, I think it was as well. Then once I had citizenship, then I thought I'll do it through HEX. But I kept saying, I will. And then I thought, it's either I do it now or I don't.
Oh, wow.
Then I decided.
I'm doing it.
Yes. So initially, I was sort of still attached and I put things in storage and I said, I'll do it in 1 year.
Oh, okay.
So I did my master's in 1 year. It was full-time work and then full-time master's. And when I finished, I went on to the next one.
Soon after?
Yes. But then the roles that I was now doing, later I had to say to myself, there's no way we are going to go back to that.
So, doing the masters, soon after the masters, did that give you a little bit of leverage when, getting on to your next role? Did that give you leverage?
It did help because then I was now working as a director of nursing.
Okay.
And with Masters in Applied Management in Nursing, some of the things I was actually doing it as part of my assignments, but I was already applying it at work to see if it works and to evaluate on it. So it sort of motivated me. And, if you're able to make a difference, and then the education, it was good because the different approaches that you can use or you have to use. You've trial it practically in the work area, and then you're coming up with your evaluations and then challenging yourself and your team to how else can we do better. So I've enjoyed the journey, and it did help.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, so you become a care manager. Then from there, when you went back to nursing, that's when you're director of nursing. Is that right?
Director of nursing, yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
I
So
continued in nursing.
yeah.
So through that consultancy, night shifts and whatnot. And then when the kids were quite now able to do things themselves and everything, that's when I decided I can go back to day shifts.
Yeah.
And then that's when I did the director of nursing.
Okay. How long did you was on the role as the director of nursing?
I did that for about 2.5 years. And then I went on to senior executive role as a clinical governance manager.
Oh. What do you do as a clinical governance manager? Please school me in there.
So I was now I was in charge of the directors of nursing, the facility managers themselves. But what you really do, clinical governance, is really making sure at an organizational level that there's different aspects. So the clinical care that is being given, the consumer satisfaction, you're looking at the system, everything holistically. You are saying it is effective, and you are doing well across those aspects. So I was supporting the facility of managers or directors of nursing, the quality team, so that gap analysis or auditing aspect, to always, we're always auditing ourselves to make sure we do not just meet compliance, but we're doing exceptionally well, and meeting the needs or exceeding the expectations of the client or the resident. So position ourselves, at that level in the industry.
Okay.
So I supported all the homes in that company.
So for director of nursing, you are managing one site, but now this next level.
You are supporting the managers of different sites. So for director of nursing role, I started with one site. And then there was a time I managed 2 sites.
Oh, okay. Did you split yourself into 2? What happened?
Yes. It did. So there was a time then I managed 2 sites. It was initially, the arrangement was to manage temporarily while they are trying to find a replacement. But then eventually our board wanted me to continue because both the homes were doing exceptionally well.
Oh, wow.
And then the good part is then they had to ask me to say what you want, what support do you want if you are to continue.
Okay.
So it was more in staff resources at management level that I asked for.
And it worked well.
It did. And then what I also used to do to support any homes that are sort of maybe not compliant or having any issues with the assessors. Or they have been given a notice they've been given an improvement notice to say you need to improve on this. We'll come back and assess you. So I would hope to go and.
So you've got 2 homes that you're managing, then you are supporting other homes as well.
Yes, but this is where you mentor. When you're managing, you also have a succession plan in mind. You already identify individuals that will be good to step up at any time. So that was actually good. When I went to support another home, it gave me a chance to then to give the chance to the staff that I feel will be able to, and you're sort of mentoring them to their next level when they become managers themselves. So it was good. You still support them, check how they're going while you are based somewhere else.
Those are good leadership qualities, I would say.
Yes. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So in terms of clinical governance role, how long did you stay on that role?
So, excuse me. So I stayed in that role about 2 years.
About 2 years.
Again.
Okay.
Then I left after I feel we'd achieved everything that we aimed for. That's when I then took my next challenge. And in my current role.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Any big achievements that you want to mention when you're in the clinical governance role?
It actually started as a facility manager.
Okay, yeah.
So the organization that I worked for, I created a model of care. It was called the Family Model of Care.
Family model of care, okay.
When the then new standards were going to be introduced, so we had 12 months transition period. So I prepared that. I created that then and worked with my team to have this major transition. It was coming more from a task-focused culture to an effective person-centered culture, because it's easy for people to say we ensure person-centered care, but when you really look at the routines in the nursing homes, is it really person-centered? So that was the challenge, and it did. We went through it for about 6 months, and then we had a major accreditation in the home that I had created, that and worked with the team.
Yeah.
So it was driven through the staff.
Okay.
And I think that worked well. And we got really good validation from the assessors. And later our CEO and the board adopted it. And then it was rolled across the whole organization.
Oh, wow.
And it had really many different aspects. And through that, we won several awards.
Through that model?
Yes,
wow.
Yes. So the awards that we won really mentioned and reinforced how they were impressed with the model.
Okay.
So August 2021, last year, that's when we won the best LASA. LASA is the industry body. We won the best organization for 2021, and they were impressed with the model and the way everything was running.
Congratulations.
So it will be everything. Thank you, but the credit to me goes to the staff as well. You work with the team, they make it happen. So you can come up with a beautiful idea, but if the people who are supposed to implement that idea don't, it will not.
It's a different story.
Yes. So after that, that's when my mind started playing around. We have achieved.
We're getting all the awards, and what's happening
the
next?
Next big challenge.
Yes. Okay. So now, what is your current role?
I work as a general manager, residential services for MyCare.
Okay, yep.
So I work between Victoria, Queensland, and New South Wales. MyCare has got residential homes in Victoria and Queensland.
Yeah.
And originally being from New South Wales, we then had to, and after the COVID, thanks to COVID in a way, the hybrid model proved itself. So by that, I work in the 3 states as I have. When I'm working from New South Wales, I'm working from home.
Wow. Yeah. So when you go through across 3 states?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. How do you do that?
No, it's not much really.
Yeah, okay.
Our head office is mainly in Melbourne, so I spend most of the time in Victoria. And then normally I want to go to Queensland if everything is settled and normal every 2 months. But at times it doesn't happen like that, because you may have to focus on one home that needs your attention. But again, with now the virtual forums, it's everything has become easy. I can liaise with Queensland just through Teams, get to know what is happening. We have regular meetings and whatnot, but
Okay. And how many homes do you have?
We've got 4, but we've got 4. Some of the homes are quite big. Like the Queensland home has got about 189.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Big, yes. But yeah.
Okay. That's quite interesting. All right. Now you have done all this, but you are going further to write a book about your career. You are doing all sorts of things. Gladys, what's happening with you?
Just keeping yourself busy, I guess. But the book also has got its own story. I wrote the book over a number of years.
Okay.
Because I wanted to write the book.
You want to write
but
the
I
book.
wasn't sure if I'm going to be, am I an author? But I had a story to tell, and I can see it's simply through my passion, because it's seeing aged care in the eyes or through a consumer. So it's a consumer relating their experience in aged care, which I think it's a combination of what I've seen happening in the industry throughout the years. And my hope always is hoping to do better, to improve, to be exceptional. And it's small little things that we do every day, and we claim we're giving quality care, that then through the eyes of the experience of the consumer, they're saying how that impacted on them during their stay in aged care. Did it give them a happy quality life, or it was a miserable life? But
I would love to talk about this more. For now, let's take a break and we'll be back shortly.